Hi, it's Louise Tanner-Stokes from the Anti-Dieting Revolution. Happy 2023. And in this week's blog, so for the first blog of 2023, I wanted to talk about why I don't make New Year's resolutions and what I do instead. So it's that time of year, isn't it? It's everywhere. New Year's resolutions are just everywhere. I keep seeing adverts for slimming clubs and joining the gym. And there's social media posts about New Year's resolutions all over the place. Whether it's advertising stuff that you can do, the extreme diet products, or what people are doing themselves. There always seems to be this kind of focus on weight loss and fitness. And there's also, I've seen lots of people talking about how to be successful with your New Year's resolutions as well. And I haven't made New Year's resolutions in years. In fact, I don't even know if I ever if I ever have. I certainly can't remember the last time I made a New Year's resolution. And it's because it always seems to be about self-punishment in some way. There always seems to be a focus on how you're not good enough as you are. You've got to improve yourself in some way. There's this whole thing about new year, new you. This is the year you're going to be a better person. This is the year that you're going to be a better version of yourself. And often people tend to, when it comes to their eating habits, they tend to go to the extremes after, you've had all the festive feasting with all the excesses, drinking loads, eating all the goodies and things. And now it's going the other way where, it's all about trying to be good, cutting out food, restricting yourself. And okay, I'm all for taking the time out to review your eating habits and look at how you can build healthier habits. Okay, maybe it's a good time to kind of have a look at those things, but taking it to the extreme just never works. And what I mean by taking it to the extreme is things like cutting out whole food groups, banning the foods that you love, so the things like the chocolate and the sweets, the cakes and the puddings and things like that. If you tell yourself you're not allowed to have those things, you're just going to want them more. Okay, another way of taking it to the extreme is trying to change everything about what you're doing. So you're trying to change your whole diet, and you're following a diet plan that's completely different to what you normally do. That's too extreme. Okay, or if you're trying to eat perfectly, if you're thinking there's a way in your head that you think this is the way I should be eating, and it's about being perfect, getting it all right, maybe looking at eating clean or anything like that, it just doesn't work. Okay, it's too drastic. If it's too different to what you normally do, it's not going to last you very long. Human beings are creatures of habit. We like to do the same thing day in, day out. Okay, it's so much easier if you know that you could do with making some improvements. It's so much easier to just make little changes, tweak what you normally do and change gradually. Expect it to take time. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort. But tweaking it is so much easier. Even if you think, well, I've got 10 things I need to tweak, 10 tweaks I could make, just pick one or two to start off with. And then when you're used to those couple of things, then look at the next thing you could make, next change that you could make, and just build it up from there. Don't try and do too much. It doesn't work. And you end up feeling rubbish, feeling like you failed, and just thinking that you're a failure. Okay. And we don't want any of that. So forget New Year's resolutions. Okay. What I do instead is I make a wish list. Okay. So I haven't made a New Year's resolution in forever. Instead, I make a wish list. So this might actually include, a specific habit I want to build around, eating better or doing more exercise or something like that. Sometimes it's about big goals I've got. Sometimes it's about little goals, things I want to achieve during the year. Mostly it's about what I want to do. So for example, last year I wanted to try aerial hoop. and I did it. Actually, it helped that I got I think I got a voucher for Christmas to do a course, and I tried it and I loved it. Sometimes it's about places I want to visit, sometimes it's about activities I want to try, sometimes it's about sorting stuff out around the house. But it's a wish list of fun things, okay? So this year, last year even, 2022, I set myself a couple of fun challenges. So one was 22 hills in 2022. So this was a little family challenge where it was to try and get back into hill walking, which is something my husband Sam and I used to do before we had our little girl. So it's about trying to get back into doing more hill walks, but also about trying to encourage a love of nature, a love of walking, going up hills and things like that in our little girl Genevieve. So we did that, and that was loads of fun. Another challenge I set myself was 22 new books in 2022. So this was to encourage myself to get out and go to the library more regularly and read books that I haven't read before, because after the whole pandemic with the lockdowns and being, stuck at home and I like to read proper books. Okay, I like to go to the library. I did buy a few books, but generally I tend to go to the library. And the library wasn't really letting you go and get new books. So I think they were offering a service where they chose books, and I didn't really want to have a book chosen for me. So I ended up reading a lot of the same books over and over again, books that I'd read before, books that I'd read loads of times. And I just wanted to encourage myself to, read new things. So that was something that I did as well. So my wish list is about, not putting pressure on myself, not looking at trying to be better, but looking at how to have more fun and more fulfillment in my life. Because if you have more fun, if you have more fulfillment, if you're satisfied in your life, you're less likely to have issues around eating, like eating for your emotions, comfort eating, stress eating, and that kind of thing. So if that sounds good to you, obviously, you don't have to. If you want to make a New Year's resolution, that's fine. But if you don't want to and you think, actually, a wish list might be better, just have a think about, what do you want out of life, okay? What do you wish for this year? So have a think about what might bring you more fun and more fulfillment in your life, and have a go at making a wish list. It could just be 10 to 12 things, maybe one thing a month or something like that. Depends what kind of thing you want to put on there. But have a go, make a wish list, and let me know how you get on. Take care, and I'll see you soon.